What's up, everybody? It's Stephen Williams, founder and president of the CreditRepairShop.com, and I have an exciting video for you today. I'm going to put it right on there, and some of you may not even be able to stand to watch this entire video, not because it's going to be boring, because it's going to point the finger right at you, because I'm all about taking personal responsibility, and I'm going to show you how you might be subconsciously keeping yourself from being able to have good credit. Regardless of how bad your credit is, regardless of how much of a hurdle you think it's going to be able to get to where you want to be, I'm going to tell you here, and you don't have to take my word for it, but when you are laying in bed and you have your deep thoughts of why your life is where it's at and where you want it to be and where you thought it would be right now, it's going to come down to personal responsibility. And when it comes to personal responsibility, it is your thinking about what you believe you deserve. If you believe you deserve good credit deep down inside, you're going to do anything and everything to get that good credit. So first, what I want to do is I want to just go over results. Let's just talk about results because that's what's in the forefront of your mind. But I'm telling you that there's a lot of things that stop you from getting to the results that you want. So let's first look at my results. This is my credit score. They've actually went up. I'm getting close to the 800s. The reason why my scores are in this level is because I do pay off all in any credit cards that I use. I have two credit cards. I don't carry balances. So I'm pretty sure if I carried balances and just did a smaller payment, that they would let my credit score go up. And I know that because I look at other people's scores and I can see their patterns. But even with that, look at my scores. When you have scores at this level, people will come knocking at your door to give you money. Trust me, they do it all the time. Now, let's go and look at, and this is from my website, and I'm going to show you results. Now, these are results here. Now, I want you to look at this. A lot of people claim that you can't get bankruptcies and civil judgments and stuff off. Yes, it takes work, but look at this. You can see that these accounts are off from this person's credit reports. Look at these here. I'm pretty sure you've seen these collection agencies that were on your reports, or you've heard of them before. Look at that. They're all for this person's report. These are different clients' reports. Look at these here. You've probably seen these collection agencies all over the place. Look at these here. And you can see there's different types of accounts. Look at these. These are different types of accounts that were on people's credit reports. Bankruptcies, we got civil judgments. People claim that you can't get a judgment off of someone's report. Look at this. It says civil judgment. And yes, it was paid, but it's off of their credit report. Some people were claiming in the video that I made yesterday that, yeah, even if you pay it, you can't get it off. That's a civil judgment that is removed off of credit reports. This one here was dismissed from a court case recently. This one here, default judgment. This was a person that they took my information that I had here on YouTube, went into court. Default judgment was not given and it was taken off. This was a person who sent over their updated credit scores, and look at where she's at. She started in the mid sixes. I remember that one. Look at this one here. Delete. All of these deletions. Credit scores moved up. Remember I told you about the client where we got the debt forgiven. This is a 1099-C debt cancellation of debt, $36,248.30. It was actually more than what I told you. Debt cancellation from doing exactly what I told people to do in a video that I made yesterday. So now let's move forward and go here. Let's go into, these were other testimonials that people gave, but what I want to do is I want to get to this video that I made that has results, like amazing results, and I'm going to talk while we go through this video. It's 1 hour long, full of results. And here I'm going to make the screen bigger. I want to make sure that we are still recording. So hold on a second. Yes, we still are recording. We are recording. So here, as I talk, look at this. These are results. And this one here was a collection, deleted. Now these are from way back. Here goes some more. I'm going to just kind of be speeding up the video here a little bit, so you can see the different results that are out. Let's go here. I'm gonna pause now. There we go. So as I talk, we're gonna talk about what people are so fearful of, and what I was saying earlier is that a lot of times people are afraid because subconsciously there's something that's just pulling you back, saying that you just maybe don't deserve success. Like, it happens for other people, but for some reason you just don't believe that good things are going to happen for you. Let me make sure this video is playing. Okay. And so people will think that, okay, if I'm working on my credit and I don't get the results that I want, it's not going to work for me. And then you see other people that are successful with repairing their credit. You see the stories and all of that stuff. And what you should understand right away is that your situation is different from someone else's situation. So you should never think that your situation has to match the results of other people. And also, I think that this video is just not playing. Okay, I may not be able to show it that way. Let's see here. You can use it regardless if you choose our company or not. You want to know the end. It looks like it's not gonna play. It's not gonna play that way. So what I'm gonna do is let's just go straight into what I was gonna do for the training. You can see that video. You can see that video on YouTube, and it has nothing but results. You can see that video on YouTube, or you can go to my website and see that video. So let's just get into the part about the training, but you can go watch that video. It's 1 hour long, full of results. I'm showing where we got collections, where we made settlements. I'm showing where we got collections where we did validations and they stopped coming after the debt. These are different credit card companies. I show you where we've gotten bankruptcies and all types of stuff off of people's reports, inquiries, medical bills, everything. Just go to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com. Just go here, thecreditrepairshop.com. So now, and you can look for the video. It shows all the proof. So now here, let's get into the training. Here. This is a mountain. And you are in a car. And the reason why I'm using a car is because we normally get into a car when we know we're going to go somewhere. Like transportation subconsciously gives you the feeling of going somewhere because you are going somewhere, but you can actually get into a car and go nowhere. You can actually get into a car and go absolutely nowhere. So now, let's walk through it. When people come, and I'm going to put these little speed bumps here. I get a lot of emails from people, and even from you guys and girls that are commenting on my YouTube videos. Probably the number one thing that you ask is, how can I repair my credit? How can I do it? So I believe that the first thing that a person needs to do when thinking about repairing their credit is to understand what to do. That's very important, understanding what to do. And then, but that's a roadblock because a lot of people are either closed-minded or they don't have a belief that if they get started on something that it could be done or that they can be successful doing it. That even goes for working for a company, because when people, it's just like a relationship. When people go in a new relationship, they can bring back all of those feelings. They can bring that baggage with them. And so regardless if you're trying to do it yourself or if you're trying to work with a company, you will bring baggage with you, and that baggage can sabotage your success. If you're trying to do it yourself, the way the baggage sabotages you from being able to work on your credit is that you will procrastinate. You will think that the things that you tried before won't work. You will look for things to go wrong. And the same when you're working with a company, you will subconsciously make things go wrong because you will be expecting things to happen so fast that you don't even give it a chance, and then you're gonna quit. You will quit and you will say it's not working when all you had to do was to just let the process work. So now the next roadblock, the next hurdle to get over is doing what needs to be done without changing the recipe. And what I mean by that is you don't want to try to do something and you know nothing about it, but because the way that your mind will bring in all of that baggage, you'll think that it has to be done a certain way. That would be like if you are learning to play basketball, you're learning to play golf, you're learning to be a chemist, you're learning to be a doctor, and you walk into school and you tell them the way that it needs to be. You wouldn't do that. But for some reason, when it comes to credit repair, a lot of people will come to us, or even for yourself, you will think that it has to be done a certain way. You will even think that you're following instructions. I'll give you instructions on how to do something, but you are subconsciously changing the recipe. You're subconsciously changing the recipe, and that's why you don't get those results that you want. And you subconsciously change the recipe because you think that things have to happen a certain way. Things will happen, but they don't have to happen the way that you imagine them to happen in your mind. Now, the next roadblock that you got to get over is to continue in the process, even though your results are not what you thought they would be. Continuing the process, even though you thought your results are even though your results are not what you thought they should be, what you thought they would be after doing that work that needed to be done and without changing the recipe. If you get past this step here, this hurdle of just continuing to do things without changing the recipe, that means that you've committed to doing the process. And even though the results did not bear what you thought they should be, but you continue doing the process, that is where you're going to be getting right up here to be close to success. Now, let me relate that to something. Let me give you an analogy. When you're working out your muscles and you go to the gym, you might feel something. You might feel that they're tight. You might feel something, but you're not going to get the result that you want. you must picture the result that you want, but you're not going to get that result the next day. But for some reason, when people try to be successful, when people try to repair their credit, when people try to do things to change their lives, they think that they have to see the result that same day. And that's what makes them fail. That's what will make you fail when you try to repair your credit, is that you believe more in what the result should be. And let me clarify that you should always see the result, but you're thinking that you have to get that result now. Like, if I do this now, I have to get this result now, when you should be believing that I need to continue this process and I will get this result in the future. I focus on my result, but I also allow the process to continue working. And even if I don't get the result that I want from doing the process, I continue the process. I continue the different steps of what to do when I get results from doing the credit repair process. That's what's going to get you to the result that you want. If you were working out and you were trying to get into shape or lose weight, that's exactly what you would have to do. And you would see that over time, by continuing the same process over and over and over again, you're going to get the results you want. And that's the same thing that you have to do with credit repair. And we notice how when someone loses weight and they say, hey, I just kept doing what had to be done and eventually I got to that ultimate goal. Now, the next thing here is do the process over negative thinking. And I just talked about that a little bit, but that's where no matter what keeps coming up in your mind, you have to keep moving forward and thinking positive, so you don't think negative and you allow the process to make it. So now I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you need help with your credit, remember to visit thecreditrepairshop.com, and to keep this in mind as you start moving towards your credit repair journey. This is Stephen Williams, founder and president of thecreditrepairshop.com. Please subscribe to my channel. Please comment. Please ask your questions. And if you need your credit reports and scores, visit my website at your3scores.com. Thank you.